Nerdrotic.com.
So G4 comes out and strawmans their fans. Yes, they called everybody sexist, and here's the art of fan blaming. Here's what happens. Content creator, director, artist, writer, not feeling too good about what they're covering. Something's going on. Instead of taking that advice from Michael Jackson, looking at that man or woman or they, them in the mirror and going, maybe it's me. Now, some of this criticism might have come from tweets they put up a year prior saying they don't want Trump supporters of our former president, as fans, telling almost half the country you don't want them as fans. Out the gate. And then Adam Sussler essentially saying the same thing over and over again, saying that Republicans drink piss. And then they're wondering why their G4 channel, that millions were put into this. Millions. 67,000 square foot studio. That's fucking massive. Best way to start your business, though, is try to get as many customers as possible and not alienate any of them. What she did was she was talking about Red Dead Redemption, and prior to her little spurg, she talked about Red Dead Online wanting to get a bunch of publicity to possibly save it. So I thought it was interesting that she segued right from talking about getting publicity for something to this.
I'm a huge Red Dead Online player. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's probably my favorite game of all time. And right now, the Red Dead Online community are trying to get this hashtag going called Save Red Dead Online. And they've got it covered by Kotaku, Polygon, Game Rants, like Forbes, I think, also did a coverage of it. And they think that this will get Rockstar's attention and Rockstar will come back to them and give them exactly what they want. And we can actually scroll this down.
Okay, so you talked about Forbes, Polygon, Kotaku getting attention for a movement for Red Dead Online.
But I'm here to tell you, and you're going to have to cut this B-roll in a second, because it's done. And what I do think that there is a larger discussion about Red Dead Online and that we need to have eventually about game design versus immersive experience and comparing the Red Dead Online multiplayer experience versus the solo player one. But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online.
So that's a pretty rough transition. Not that I'm very good at them, because we'll be talking about like getting cornholed, and then I'll talk to you about Nerdrotic Blend coffee from Geek Grind.
Sexism in gaming. In joining G4.
Yeah! Woo! I love sexism in gaming.
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frosk!
Talk to him, Frosk! If I ever brought up G4 while I was talking on a live stream, or if anybody else did, what's the first thing you think of? Is it Kevin Herrera? No, it's bubbly, bouncy, usually jumping into a pie, Olivia Munn. So I don't know what they expected to accomplish with this. And this shit happens every time. We just went through this with fucking Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith comes out and then you know what? We get the usual, don't bring attention to it because it just helps them. And I'm like, not when they fuck up this much. Not when you go directly against the internet, because the internet usually collectively, when they smell blood in the water, this is the one thing that will unite them. They will just come pouncing on you. And like, yeah, oh, I'm sure she's getting the comments now. And you don't help your cause by pissing and moaning and whining. We always hear about strong women. Strong women. Strong women. You know what strength is? Restraint, doing this, whatever, who gives a fuck? It's the fucking internet. If content creation or getting on Twitter like is making you lose sleep at night, just stop, turn it off. It's okay. But she's young. It's like, I don't know how long she's been around. This might be the only success she knows. She left some League of Legends place talking a lot of shit, which is just stupid. I know people do that now. Don't ever, ever, ever talk shit, burn bridges if you want to ever be back in any industry again. Ray Fisher. There's going to be a bunch of people going, you're right, Ray. Jeff Johns is racist. You're right, Ray. Accountability over entertainment. And they're going to pat you on the back and say thumbs up and never hire you again. Because they'll go, yeah, the fucking Ray Fisher guy, he's a snitch. He'll fucking stab us in the back. Can't trust him. But I'm really glad you did that, Ray. Good job, buddy. Good job. He's also petty as fuck. Have fun in, some basic cable show as a guest star.
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. More
technically, yes, they do. I mean, I'm no anthropologist. I just know that when we were just running around and in caves, and all we were doing was fucking and eating and surviving and dying at a very early age. It was procreation that kept us around.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist.
I know it's very radical. Very radical statements I'm making.
To be nice on the eyes for you.
Yes, she does. And she was really good, but she was also funny. Morgan was hot. I didn't watch X Play, so I can only talk about Olivia. Olivia was funny. She chowed down. She raw dogged a hot dog. Everybody showed that. I remember watching. I was watching. Everybody was talking about it in the comic shop. Everybody was talking about Olivia Munn. I got to follow Olivia Munn across Harbor Boulevard walking towards the gas lamp with the director of Fanboys, and we were talking, and then we just stopped talking because we understood the moment. It's like moments like this just never come up. So I had my sunglasses on so I could, play it cool. I was looking at her ass. It's called being a man. I wasn't gonna do anything. I wasn't gonna touch it. I wasn't gonna go talk to her. I wasn't gonna grab it. It was just like right there. Slave Girl Leia, by the way. Slave Girl Leia, Olivia Munn. I'm not going to apologize for being a dude.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
She cooking, y'all. I guess the guy on the left is some respected YouTuber. I don't know him. The Completionist. I barely know this guy. I only know her from this.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest Meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at X.
See, that's scripted. That is reading off a teleprompter right there. If you want to know what nobody says that naturally. Nobody says this naturally.
Be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest Meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games.
So somebody wrote this. Somebody wrote this that's coming up.
For one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself.
He just you fucking outed me. So what she was saying is when she's reading it, she is very experienced at reading it. And she only reads part of the review. And the part of the review that she read of the game that she didn't play that was written by a team, a fucking team. She's saying the criticism she gets is more than the other two guys who she later says still get criticism because she's a woman. That is, lens crafters. My glasses are ready. That is being a giant pussy. Sorry, girls can be pussies too. Yeah, you're just being weak. That's it. Who cares what people say? I've been compared to a serial killer for my movie criticism. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's stupid. It's a true story. True story. But yes, Team of writers, divide and conquer.
Don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're X-Play and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled for the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH.
I think she's going off script a little bit here.
But that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that I'll receive special flame just for being a woman.
Now, Ryan, a good friend Ryan, brought out a video this morning, and it's basically her in an interview from a month ago, talking about how she, she's always going to push identity politics, and how she puts it, she hates injustice. That's right. Frosk hates injustice, which is also going to be the follow-up to DC's Injustice is Injustice. I think it's going to be Batmite and Mr. Mixelplex in a video game. That's a bad joke, but I tried. Okay, I tried. Those are try the most, fail the most. And it wasn't written. I just came up with it right now.
Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby.
Filing cabinet, stapler. Oh, wastebasket.
Goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current X-Play experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't.
You are. You are. You just admitted you are. How about going out in a live stream and just, I don't know, shooting from the hip like everybody else does?
You can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're...
That is the quote of the year. You are letting your unconscious biases ruin my day. Wait, let's get the end.
Gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we'd be a bit nicer.
After you call everybody sexist? You want to be a little bit nicer now? You don't sound nice, lady. You sound like the unnice lady.
A bit more self-reflective, and
oh my God, that's projection.
we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you.
Oh, people are working hard to make free content. Freedom. I love freedom. Freedom, wet freedom wing. Wabbit season.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Ah,
Peace.
yeah! We just ruined our station. Woo! Yeah! You go, Frosk! Stupid. Bird. Bent. Biatch. Young and dumb. Young and dumb as fuck.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.